Well, folks, it's almost Halloween, or Dia de Muertos. That means it's the perfect time to start carving watermelons. No, just kidding. Alright, yeah, we've got pumpkins too. Hello again, everybody. It's Migueltio, the North Country Latino, and we're live here today using the last of the harvest of watermelons. I mean, they've been in my fridge for a few weeks. They're still very good. And I know they're going to go soon if I don't do something with them. So instead of just leaving a bunch of watermelons in my fridge around Halloween time here, we're going to make watermelon mousse today. So I have carved up my watermelons. Believe me, we've done pumpkins. We're all ready to go for Monday night. Anyways, you take about 2.5 cups of watermelon innards, if you will, okay, puree. And get the seeds out, alright, because you don't want to be munching on this stuff. And you put it in a blender. And you grind it down even more so. So it's really liquidy. As if you're making a margarita, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, you take that out. And in a separate little bowl, you take about, or you can use a big measuring cup actually, because you can stir it in here. You pour in about 1/4 of this puree, 1/4 of a cup, and in doing so, take one of those little tiny envelopes of non-flavored gelatin, and this is why I can do it right in a measuring cup. Empty that into the 1/4 cup of puree, and stir it around till it softens. That's going to be your base, you know? Okay. Now you got the rest of your puree to start on the stove. Take a saucepan, woo, and pour it in. And basically what you're going to do from here is start heating it up and stirring it till it reaches close to a boiling point, or a low boil. But you don't want it to be a high boil though, because then you got to get it all over the pan. So stir it as it goes. Okay. Nice and soft and yummy. You want it to get to almost boil before you do anything with it. As this gets hot, you'll see it start to change color a little bit. As it gets more toward that boiling point, but not quite there, you want to add that softened gelatin with the puree that you had before. And just spoon it in until that softens. And then you're going to remove it from heat. Alright, once your puree and gelatin are all softened, you're going to put it into a bowl, because you got to let this chill for a while. And before you let it chill, you take a cup of sugar. Of course, I always use cane sugar or Toro, whichever one I can find. Stir that in. Gives it some density. Take your handy dandy tablespoon measure and put in a tablespoon of lemon juice. Ew, right? But no, lemon juice actually makes desserts taste good when you use it in the moderation that most recipes call for. Not like you're going, ew, lemon, how is that going to go with sugar? Makes it taste real good, you know? So you stir that all in together. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Nice and watermelon-y. And you put it in the fridge for a little while, and you keep stirring it periodically until it takes a lift on the spoon. Just like you would like Jell-O, because it's got the gelatin in it. You know, Jell-O gets hard after a while. It'll start to do that same thing. Okay, so after a while, this is going to get nice and thick. See what I'm talking about here? Kind of mounds up, as the recipe calls for it. after drop from a spoon. So now you're ready to move to the next step, and that is adding some cream. So you basically have your mixer out now, and you're going to take about a cup of cream and whip it. Get it till it's ready to blend in. Doesn't really take long to get this stuff blended, especially if you got your mixer on high. And you know, there's all kinds of reasons you can make this for this time of year. I know you don't think of watermelon for Halloween, but any of you out there who celebrate Dia de Muertos, we're putting out all your food preparations. You know you're going to want something sweet to honor all those dear departed. So why not something like Watermelon Mousse? If there's anything else, eh? After a few seconds here, our cream is certainly whipped. And get yourself a good folding spatula like this, and you're ready to fold it in. So you put a little in, fold it around. Add a little more. And fold it till you get that red color taken back over again. It's going to be pink more or less. Folding is not as easy as just stirring. You have to really work the stuff. See, because when you're folding, you have to get everything from the bottom to mix up at the top. And there you see the pink color starting to shine through. So once you've got it folded enough, then you're going to get out a mold to make it fancy. Something like this. You've seen this mold before. I've made flan, I've made chocolate flan. You're going to pour this into the mold and let it refrigerate overnight. Any good 4-cup mold will do. This is going to be a production, folks. And there we go. And that's where it's going to sit in your fridge. And we'll be back to finish that tomorrow. Well, folks, the mold's out of the freezer, and guess what? The mousse is out of the mold, and there it is, live here for you. And that's what it's going to look like if you put it in a mold. You can do it any way you want, a bowl, and then serve it in your favorite dishes or your flutes or anything like that. This is watermelon mousse, and I got to show you something so you know I'm not kidding. Just to prove to you that I really do have pumpkins ready to go for carving for Halloween night, and we're not going to put watermelons out. There they are, folks. Well, doesn't that look delicious? And I hope everybody has a great Halloween and a Dia de Muertos. Eat something sweet. End of the harvest season watermelon mousse. This is Migueltio, the North Country Latino, saying it's time for dessert. Finish dinner? Have some.